Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It's Palestine here. I'm just making this video because I have completed my first eye injection. And so basically my appointment was at 10:15 and then my appointment was in 10:15. So I got up in the morning. I had someone come to my house even though I was getting ready, and we left about 8:45 to go to the hospital, and we decided to have breakfast at the hospital as a special treat because the hospital makes a really good full English breakfast, which is what we like. And this person that came to visit us, he said, "Oh no, you can eat at home and save money," but I just told him that eating at the hospital was a treat, even though I can't really afford to eat at the hospital. I can't afford much of anything because of my financial difficulties that I have discussed in previous videos. I still like to go to the hospital as a treat and have a full English breakfast. And then, so after we had English, we went up to the third floor of the hospital where they had the day unit. And I knew I was in the optometry department, but I found out this morning when I went there, I'm actually in the macular area. And so I don't know a lot about macular, but macular is something to do with your eyes. And I know some people can have macular degeneration with age, but my particular problem is I have a blood vessel that's blocked, and that's causing the vision in my left eye to be poor. And so they found out my left eye has always been weak. They always said I've had a bleed in my left eye for a long time, of which they didn't do anything about it. But now that this blood vessel is blocked and it's causing the vision in my left eye to deteriorate, they decided that to do something. And so basically my appointment was at 10:15, so we went up to the third floor. I didn't know where to go, and so we rang the bell, and because the sign didn't say optometry, it said macular, and I knew I was in the optometry department. But anyway, so we rang the bell, and it turned out we were in the right place. And so the drug that I'm taking, they've given me, is something called Afclar. So Afclar, and that's the drug that they gave me. And they gave me a book to read about the drug. And then so basically, so I went in, they put a topical anesthetic on my eye, and then I went in where they were going to give me the injection, and the nurse explained to me some things and then asked me to sign my consent, because there are some cases when your eye can deteriorate. So they asked me to consent to the procedure, so I consented to it. So they had me lay on a bed, and then they had my head rest on a headrest. And then they gave me some more anesthetic. So I don't know what's going to happen when this anesthetic wears off. But they gave me some more anesthetic. And then they took a little clear plastic cylinder. And this clear plastic cylinder they put on my eye. And I had to look down and then look up to get the plastic cylinder on my eye. And then she took a needle and then she injected this drug into my eye. I don't know where she injected the drug. I don't know if she injected it into the cornea or if she injected it somewhere else. But I know that she injected my eye. And so I did feel it. I did feel discomfort, and it was over in a few seconds. And then I asked her, she said to me, she said, do you have any questions? And I said, no. And then when I had my head laying on the bed with my head in the headrest, I asked her, I said, well, am I not allowed to wear mascara? And she said, no. She said, don't wear any makeup for a week. So that means for a week, I'm not going to be able to wear any mascara or eyeshadow because obviously you don't want to get an infection. So I have to do what they say and not wear any mascara or eyeshadow. I need makeup around my eyes for a week because you could get an infection. And that was it. They let me go, and we were over in just a few minutes. And then so I thought we were going to be there for a longer time, and I thought that we would be able to go to the dining facility and get a salad to take home for lunch, because they have salads that in boxes and you can take these salads away. But we were out of there too early, and I didn't want to wait for the dining facility to open. And they also have a Marks and Spencer's in the hospital, but the salads in the dining facility are much better than the salads at Marks and Spencer's. So I decided not to do that. And so that concludes my visit to this optometry to get an injection in my eye. And there were quite a few people who needed to get injections in their eyes. And we were talking to a woman who was older than me, and she said that she's had 15 injections. So she said they gave her the first lot of one drug and it didn't do anything. So they're giving her another drug. And so, but basically what I have to do is I have to go to 3 injections, and then I have to go to another appointment to see if my vision has improved. So there's no point me getting new glasses while I'm going through this treatment with my eyes. So that pretty much concludes my appointment. So the next appointment I have is going to be in March. It's going to be 4 weeks from now, and they're going to give me another injection. And at first I thought that I would take the day off to do it, but since the injection doesn't take very long, I just thought, well, I'll go ahead and get up at like maybe 7 o'clock in the morning, at 7:45, walk to the hospital, go to my appointment, and then after I've had my injection, that's at 8:30, and I don't actually work until 10. So I will get breakfast and sit in the dining facility until I'm supposed to go to work at 10, because it does no good for me to go home and then go back to work. So that's my plan in the next 2 injections, or I have 2 more injections and then 1 appointment where they check my eyes. So that's my plan. And so I won't need to take any time off, but I'll just be sitting around the hospital waiting for my appointment. And then when my appointment is finished, I will be waiting until 10 o'clock when I start work. So there's no need for me to take a day off, because I had to take today off, which probably, if I had known that the meeting was going to be so short, I would have just gone into work late and then worked over. But since I didn't know how long the appointment was going to be, I took the day off. And so that's going to be it. I'm not able to take any more time off until April, because they tell me that I have used all of my leave. And since I've used all of my leave, I can't take any time off anyway. It would either have to be a sick day, which I don't want it to be a sick day, because, obviously it would be used against me. And 2, I could take time off without pay, which I don't want to do that. I think that would be used against me as well. So that's my plan. I'm not sure when I'm going to make another video because I pretty much completed all of my doctor's appointments until my next appointment in March. And because of my financial difficulties, because of this financial incident that was caused by 2 organizations, I don't really feel 100% up to making other videos about cancer, because obviously I need to get my finances sorted out. So I will make another video in 4 weeks when I have my second injection. And it depends on how I feel, if anything else crops up, whether I make another video before that time. But if you would like me to make another video, then let me know what you would like me to make another video on. If it's related to my cancer journey, then I will try to do it. So I don't know, I'm sort of like in a pause in my cancer journey, because if you watched my last video, they said that all of the symptoms that I'm having to do with my breasts are a result of radiotherapy. And according to them, the cancer hasn't come back. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. If you have an idea for another video that you would like me to make, if it's related to my cancer journey and I feel up to it, I will certainly make it. So thank you again for watching, and please like and subscribe.